Well, welcome back to Transport Fever 2. This is Kusan. You are on Kusan Gaming, and we are playing on America Island. We're not just playing on America Island, we are building and we are creating. In last episode, what we did is we placed a bunch of cities, and now it's time to make a sense of all this mess. I call it a mess, it's pretty nice, but we do have to make sense of it. And I have a plan. This was not the original plan for this episode. I thought we'd be building another loop line. Also, I promised you I'd put a city on this mountain first thing, so we'll just get that out of the way. I have a good idea here. Now, don't get me wrong. This interpretation of America is very far off of the real one. So if you're studying your geography based on what I'm presenting you, I'd ask you to stop because yeah. But we're gonna put a small city here, and a good city for a mountain is Knoxville, because that's where they keep the stuff. Boise that's also a good name because there is a lot of trees here, but we're gonna call it Knoxville. It's totally not in the right place. I looked at a map, okay? I looked at a real map. Washington is pretty much close to the East Coast, and in this game, it's in the middle. That's why we're running out of room here. I mean, Salt Lake City should be on this side, and Las Vegas should be way on this side, not on the ocean. That's crazy talk. Alright, what was that brilliant idea I had for this episode that I wasn't planning on? I'll tell you. That brilliant idea was to build an official Route 66. As you can tell, St. Louis is going to have a lot of pollution here from having trucks come through the center of the city. Now that's not my biggest concern right now, but I do want to put in a Route 66 going from Chicago to St. Louis to Oklahoma City. So in that case, we'd have to edit this road to make it look like it's going that way. We'll do that now. We'll make it so that, well, Denver was a beautiful city, but all of a sudden, I'm more interested in other cities. Now, don't worry about it. We're giving everyone equal amount of attention here on America Island. Well, that's not quite true, is it? I'm pretty sure some of you folks sitting at home in New York are feeling pretty cozy, while other people up there in, I don't know, where? Cincinnati, the city that we've avoided and not done anything with. But this is not what I wanted. It's kind of what I wanted. Let's see if this works. Alright, we're starting with the curvy road situation. Don't give me that curvy road situation. There we go. That's nice and proper. Now, do we need this road? Yeah, we need this road. Oh no! Now we have a 5-way interchange. Okay, that's not what we wanted at all. I've started off on the wrong foot here. This road is gonna go detour hillside on the east side of St. Louis. And it's gonna, ooh, maybe it'll go right into this here road. And guess what? This is what's the speed limit on this one? 60 kilometers. Do we want to put it in here? We want to put it in here. We want some serious road building. It is the turn of this. It is 1906, and we're not building necessarily a highway, but we are building pretty much a highway. So we're building a highway. Okay, so we've determined what we're doing. This highway, what's brilliant about Route 66, and I didn't plan it this way, it just sort of, this is why we do things here sort of haphazardly, because I'll show you the glory that has been brought to us by even coming up with this idea. I will show you momentarily. So on this here end, we have our food processing plant. There we go, St. Louis. They make all the delicious chicken nuggets. Okay, over here we have our farm on the Great Lakes. There are currently 2.5 Great Lakes. Alright, so this highway is going to serve as sort of a food artery that we're gonna truck. We're gonna use trucking. Now remember when I said that doing long routes with trucks is messy business? We're doing that messy business. That's what we're doing. And we're even going to use some naturally generated road over here. But we're going to give it some induced curve. Sometimes when you need a curve, it doesn't give you a curve, and then sometimes when you're not at all needing a curve, it will insist that it needs a curve. Okay, do we go through the center of Albuquerque? We don't go through the center of Albuquerque. That is crazy. We want to also maintain people's mental health here by not putting a highway right next to their living abode. But now, the city won't have a perfect grid. Of course it'll have a perfect grid. It's just gonna have a highway messing with it in some parts, but not in all parts. How can we fit this in here? Do we have a... No, we don't. We don't have a connection. This is none of this city's business. This road is going all around you, but nowhere near you, though. Forgive me, I said that wrong. It's going near you, but it's not going to go in you, there, sir. Okay, but we can give it an on-ramp, or slash an off-ramp. Whatever, we'll give it a double E on and off-ramp here, somewhere. There. And we just built it, but we're going to upgrade it. Wait a minute, where'd you go? There we go. It was stuck in the world of autosave, but now we have it. Okay. How's our Route 66 coming along? That's a fine route right there. So far, so good. Hey, don't forget about Denver here. Don't just give up on this city. You have committed there to a proper road network. For all that praise you've been giving Denver, please don't mess it up. That's even better. Oh my god. Did you think that we could get it better here? Because Denver is now so good. I did not imagine this day would come. Alright, so we have St. Louis, Oklahoma City, kind of here on this route. We'll give it a little exit on the route. It wants an exit. It wants a little bit of an exit here. We'll keep it straight for the time being in this here area. Right there in that area code. And then when you get to this area code, there you go. That's your zip code now. And then we have a farm here, connected. You see that? That's what we're all about. This is gonna be the farming. We're gonna see a bunch of those 18-wheelers coming around here, and more. It's gonna keep going. We're not done. We're halfway done. Now, Salt Lake City is not part of the equation when it comes to Route 66. So, if anyone in last episode got all excited and they're from Salt Lake City, and you were excited that you are now included in this episode, you have now been unincluded. You are now called San Bernardino, because that is on Route 66, and we have a farm here, and I'm going to have to make up for what I just did to Salt Lake City. We'll put you here. We'll relocate the fine citizens of Salt Lake City here, and it looks like there's a nice place for a lake here as well. Do I want to go ahead and build a lake right now? I'd like to try. I'd like to try building a lake. How do we get a lake in there? Where's the water gun? You can look as deep as you want in that hole. There's no water anywhere. There is no water anywhere in that hole. What's our elevation? We are pretty high up. Keep digging. There's the water. Oh boy, that's a deep hole. We're gonna go ahead and cover up this hole. We're gonna go ahead and pretend that was never there. For the mighty sum of 200 and something thousand. I pretty much think, are we, okay, I have spent more than $1 million digging a hole out in the middle of nowhere. We might put Salt Lake City here, somewhere where we can actually build a lake, but we'll do that later. Don't you worry. San Bernardino, up next on this here Route 66. My gosh, those days of the Route 66 days, those are good days. Now, how curvy do we want this highway to be? I reckon, wait a minute, we gotta make sure we do this in an orderly fashion so that if we come around from this side, then if we come around for that side, then nothing. That would be good too. Although to me, because our end goal here is this farm and this food processing plant, we want that all on the same route. San Diego, it looks like you are not the right. This is Santa Monica, because Route 66 goes to Santa Monica. Again, sorry to upset the citizens of San Diego. Don't worry, we'll find a place for your city very shortly. But right here we have some heritage, some cultural heritage to adhere to, and also some geographic exactitude. Okay, we're gonna just go straight. I think that we need to keep this in a pretty direct sort of way. How direct is that? Can we get this aligned to both cities? Both cities are on different angles. Albuquerque and San Bernardino are on different. We're gonna need a bridge here. No, are we not gonna need a bridge? Holy mackerel! No way, Jose, is that gonna ever happen in my books. That was some ridiculous engineering. Alright, well we're gonna start with a parallel road. By parallel, I hopefully mean parallel. There we go. That, to me, we'll do the 360 check. Check. Alright, that to me is parallel. Approach. Slow approach. How slow of an approach are we talking here? Well, the more you approach, sorry there. How about we put you here? What kind of an approach would this be? Okay, that is still too steep of an approach. We want it good, but we don't want it. We don't want it bad. We want a nice slope here, going up slowly, like that. Hopefully now it's a bridge. It is a bridge. And we're gonna give it some room there because those rails underneath are sure to develop into something of a. This is straight. It's telling me this is straight. So this rail line here is only single tracked. You can imagine we're going to be double tracking it. Now hold up. We were going to go this way. What are you doing building bridges in the wrong direction? Hold up. How about that intersection? How do you feel about this? There's a big bump. I don't mind. I'll redo it one by one. As long as we got the angle correct, we can do anything afterwards. Alright, so let's head out to this bridge here. I probably could be doing this in a better way, but this is where the farm is. So this is where the Route 66 is gonna go. We'll undo this bridge. I'm not gonna spend 20 minutes on a bridge here. I hope you understand that this is a one-time affair. And this highway is sure to last us until the day of reckoning with the transport gods. I feel like this is a simple answer. This here, it's a long bridge, I'll give you that. But, or, option B, level crossing. That's even worse. Well, you've aligned it nicely to the cities. Maybe you've done too much aligning, because a curve and a bridge all at the same time is a lot for your mind to process. Time to think about it, but before we, you know what? We're not going to think about it. We're just going to go here and continue with our network and pretend that that situation never happened. We're going to build a tunnel here. Now, the best kind of a tunnel is really a straight tunnel. so that you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not one to be putting curved tunnels all around the place. 1.5 million, and it's purchased. Look at that straight tunnel. That's what I'm talking about. How about from this side? We have ourselves a good tunnel. This tunnel is amazing. It's heading right for Los Angeles. Right for the... what is it aligning with? It's aligning with nothing at the moment. What about this road here? That's a pretty good road you've chosen. That would bring us right to Santa Monica. At least it wouldn't bring us, it would direct us. You know, we'll be directed in just a moment here. Why am I not purchasing? What's holding you back? Is it the slight bump? Well, that's to be expected. Is it the level crossing? Well, that is gonna have to be. You know what? These are still the early days of road building. I think that we're just gonna have to put up with a little bit of level crossings. I mean, if it wouldn't give me such an ugly version of this level crossing, I would accept in a jiffy. One jiffy, and I'd be your customer. All right, we'll have to do this in 2 parts. Are we aligned here? Bring it down this way a bit. That will guarantee us proper alignment. There we go. Level crossing. So you don't even have to worry about your cargo falling off the back as you mount that incline. Right, there we go. Nope, I liked it better the first way. And we've gone and screwed up the first way because now you're offering me all sorts of curve. Here we go. There's your curve. Be happy with it. Alright. How does that look from NASA Space View? That is pretty, I don't think this is realistic. This tunnel is too straight. It's almost too straight. But it's underground, so... Alright, here comes the most difficult part of this whole experiment. It's called, we're coming through the city. We are coming through town, and we are going to have to do some renovation here. 300,000. What about this one? 1.6 million. We've got this far. We're going through the city in this case. Boom. Excellent. And now, if you wanted some curve in your road, I'm offering you now some official curve. There we go. This is what we've been trying to achieve here. Now this road keeps going. Well, look at that. That is one heck of a route. That is Route 60, Blessed 66. There we go. Let's keep going right through Chicago and past Chicago. We have $500,000 left here. You know what's funny though? I haven't actually committed to the idea of actually putting trucks on this road right away. We're gonna be putting trucks on this road in a bit, but not right away. Well, what's the fun of that? Well, it's just that well, you know what? We're gonna put trucks on it maybe right away. Just let me finish the project here. I'm one to always, you might have noticed, I put infrastructure long before I need it. Heck, we just put a steel train. We have just initiated some hauling of coal and iron to a steel mill. We're not even hauling that iron anywhere. Sorry. We're not even delivering the steel anywhere. It's just sitting here up in Corona Steel Mill, and we're on to the next big project. Well, that is how we do. That is how we do. Alright, so, how realistic is this? Route 66 coming through Chicago, St. Louis, somewhat Denver. Just pretend that that is part of it. Okay, Oklahoma City, Albuquerque, which no one seems to mention when they talk about Route 66, San Bernardino, nicely on that side of the hill. You're pretty much in Texas at this point. Look at that. Dallas is just there. Alright. Keep going to Los Angeles, and then all those other, well, Santa Monica. Let's connect Santa Monica up here. Do any of the cities that I have built or that are on this route ask for food? This guy wants Goods and fuel. Alright. This guy wants fuel and cars. Fuel and cars. Cars and construction materials. Denver wants food. Tools and fuel. Tools and machinery. So that's that. So we have now built a route that will bring us a lot of food to St. Louis, but we're probably going to need a train line here for cargo to ship those pieces of bread around just around the country everywhere. Who doesn't need food? Memphis needs food. Santa Monica over here. Well, we have a Santa Monica on the other coast, right? So we're going to have to do some renaming on this side, but you know what? I'm not going to do that right now. You know what I'm going to do though? I am going to move all these Santas along the coast here because I looked at a map and here's what it looks like. Okay, we have Santa Monica at the bottom. We have Santa Ana further down south somewhere. Maybe here somewhere. Let's put it here. Santa Ana, then Santa Monica, then Santa Clarita, then Santa Barbara. We're going to just put a bunch of Santas on this coast. And then we have Santa Maria. And I think after Bay City is Santa Rosa. Well, but we'll figure that out when we're doing that line because, you know, I'm jumping from project to project. How's about you build some food shipping? Well, are we going to build some food shipping? I think we might. I just think we might. Okay, this is the end of the line, right? So put a station here at the end of the line and just put stations everywhere along this line. How's this road looking? Can I put it here? Will you reach? You will gladly reach. Hold up. If I touch you there, then you reach. You're colliding. Don't collide. It's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. I mean, if I got that connection, that would be marvelous. But I don't want to make you diagonal. I want to make you... Alright, idea number 2. Here we go. Enter said station. Configure. What if we just give you a chunk of road somewhere here? You're saying no, but you mean yes. Cargo. How about a platform over here? It's too much for you. I understand. Sometimes these things can be too much. There we go. Let's pretend it's a inn. 26,000. I don't have 26,000. Well, that's a problem then, officer. We're gonna need some funds. Please deposit funds into the account. We're gonna need some funds. There we go. Now you can go in, but you can't go out. Well, it's just an example. It's just a fictitious connection. That being said, why don't we have it on both sides? Alright, let's do this in the name of symmetry then. In the name of symmetry, we would be making other things unsymmetrical. Oh, you know what? Forget about it. We're just gonna go with we're gonna choose this option, the nice curvy one. For what reason, I don't know, but just moving along. Let's go. Now, if I bring tools to Los Angeles, and I have my food trucks bringing food to Los Angeles, we can send food back north into Seattle. And then Seattle can maybe be an ocean hub and send food out to New York City or something via a long ship route. I have a feeling that not enough cities are demanding food. What do you think? What do you say? Since Albuquerque and San Bernardino both ask for food, what do you say? I make them want some food. Right, editor, commercial, food. There we go. For now, at least, we're gonna ask for food in this city. because there is, let's check this production facility. Who needs food now? Let's check it out. Consumers: Denver, Myrtle Beach, Seattle, New Orleans, Atlanta, Santa Monica, Albuquerque, New York City, and Memphis. That sounds about right. If it wasn't for Albuquerque, then that whole list would seem a bit. Well, let's check who needs fuel. Let's check who would like some fuel up in their hood. Oh man, all these cities. I'm not even gonna list them all. A lot of cities want fuel. Makes sense. This is America, but I'm sure people have to eat, especially having a farm of cattle out in your backyard. All right, here we go. Let's put this. We have a depot right there. We don't need to put it. That's good. We might just need a connection from the side here. Let's get that done. Shall we? No. What about a platform? And then two street axes. That's probably not the word I'm looking for. Okay, come on. You know it's possible here. You're gonna make some ugliness happen. Alright? Pause the ugliness. We're in the process of autosaving. That's always nice. But here we go. Configure. Build me an exit here. Nope, you are determined to give us problems. Alright. Moving on. Place the street back. Place the street back. Forget about this street connection. Hey, now you'll do it. Nice. That is nice and good. If I ever saw nice and good, that is that. That is nice and good. Let's keep moving on then, shall we? Look at all these trees planted on here. Why are they evergreen trees? We are in the land of California, and I ask for palm trees on my roads. Too bad you can't edit that. That's not too bad. It gives variety. Alright, here we are. San Bernardino. Let's put our... what are we looking for here? We're looking for a building, and we're looking for a truck stop. Where is the food? Nope, not food. Fuel. This city wants fuel. Well, thank God for this stop. It can get some fuel. We'll put it in right about, I guess, here, because there's more factories on this side than on that side. Make sure everything is touching everything. Is everything touching everything? Everything is touching everything. Okay, keep it moving on. Let's go. Albuquerque. Do we want to put a, we have a truck stop here for that fuel. Oh, yeah, you're working. You're working good. So what do we do here? We have a stop there. We have a stop here. We have a stop at the food processing plant. I know. We're going to need a separate stop for the food processing plant. Now, I do pray it reaches Route 66, because if it doesn't, then we're going to have to reach it in a different manner. So let's put another, because I already see 2 truck stops in St. Louis. Well, that seems to work quite fine right there. Nope, it's because we have Denver South open. Alright, check it out. That seems to work quite fine right there. Put it in. You are good to go, sir. So that reaches and everything touches everything. Okay. St. Louis, you are now the city with the most truck stops per capita. But that's good, because you are also the most major food producer I've ever seen on this game so far. Moving on. Chicago. They want tools. So we'll just skip it. Do we skip Chicago? We'll skip Chicago for now, but we will bring joy to this farm here on the Great Lakes. So again, we're paying for all this infrastructure. If I don't actually use it, it would be a shame. But I don't have an idea. How are we going to make this profitable? Obviously, we're going to bring food from that place to this place. If you want that to be better narrated, We're bringing it from Indianapolis North to St. Louis Central. Another truck line will be from, here we go, San Bernardino. Now, does this one want to go north, or does this one want to go west? West would be good, because then it's pretty direct from that side, I think. Why don't we do both and see which it lacks better? We just want as many trucks on this line, quite honestly, as possible. Although we do have these two farms heading up to St. Louis. But we'll see, we'll see. Everything will come along quite nicely if we just persist. Now we need a new line for, I guess this farm can do a bit of work too, to Santa Monica West. Do we want that? Hold on, hold on. I'm getting ideas. Ideas that will bring us a lot of money. If we bring the food from San Bernardino to Santa Monica, food processing, and we take that line, and I guess on the way back, first of all, it would be pretty smart to drop it off. Would it be pretty smart to drop it off? Would it be smart to do everything in shorter segments too? For instance, Albuquerque needs food, and we didn't connect to Albuquerque. Well, where are they asking for food then? Right here, not too far from a possible truck stop. So, I guess we're really committed to trucking because this could be done with the train, but we are insistent on trucking. Now, what if I did a truck from each truck stop to every next truck stop? That seems like a pretty smart idea, because then we wouldn't have overlapping things and confusion everywhere. I'm going to destroy all those lines I just did with you together, dear viewer. But what would happen, this is an experiment, well then what would happen is you'd get all sorts of problems everywhere. Do we start with the, you know what, forgive me, we're gonna redo it back, but we're gonna do it fast. This farm to Santa Monica to Los Angeles. We'll do that line, a new line. Maybe we'll have a third line here. This here, Albuquerque. You know what? Albuquerque is going to get its food from Denver because it's more of a straight path. So we're going to go... Oh, I know. There we go. Everything is now resolved, guys. We know what we're going to do. We're going to go from San Bernardino Farm to Denver, or St. Louis, forgive me. And on the way back, we're going to do a pit stop in Albuquerque, all along Route 66. And then a new line here, finally, the Great Lakes to St. Louis Central. Might as well call this Great Lakes Farm. But I'll do that later. We don't have to be renaming things all the time. We can just put some buses on the road and get this ship a-rolling. Should I press play? We've been on pause. Well, the date is going to change at 1/4 its original speed. Now it's all about getting those trucks on those lines. And I do believe that this depot, Chicago to Washington, is interrupted. Deal with it. Alright, I'll deal with it. It's a short piece of road right here. Something like that. There we go. Interesting. Okay. What do you say we start with 10 trucks per line? We don't know how to calibrate it. We just know how to spend big sums of money. I wish there would be a good alternative here to these ones, the steam tarpaulin truck. But these are pretty fast. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go with the diesel. You know what? I'll take that back. Well, let's take a look at what the diesel truck looks like. Let's go to Seattle and look at what that truck looks like and see if we like what we see. That is not at all what I wanted to see. That looks like a moving chip stand or something. That's the olden day equivalent of a food wagon. Oh hey, you know what? We are going to be shipping food, but those other vehicles, those trucks, you know what? We already have those trucks on this route. I'm pretty sure. We already have these diesel vehicles, these steam turbulent trucks. So we are gonna go ahead and make sure everything on Route 66 stays uniform. Simple. Pretty simple. I made it more complicated than it has to be. Start line 1. We have 10 vehicles for line 1. 10 vehicles for line 2. This is some heavy investment right there. Alright, slow it down the game. Here we go. This is the kind of stuff people want to see. People want to see mad purchasing of vehicles. Buy for I didn't check the price because I didn't really care. Line 3. Now it's surprising that for such a long route we only have 4 lines. Maybe we'll have more lines a bit later, but remember, some of these trucks are doing more than one stop because it's such a nice route that they just need to do that. Line 4. There we go. There we are. I see a lot of money going down. Let's remove that from our visibility. This is insanity. Look at this. They're using both sides of the road. That's what I like to see. Come on, get out of here. There we go. Now, if we could have some kind of color coding, that would be nice as well. Because right now, all those trucks are... Okay, so this line is yellow because it's a food line. These are all food lines. They can't all be yellow. Manage vehicles. We're going to make you guys the yellow guys. There we are. How about the one that goes to Denver? What are you going to do with that one? Well, Truck Denver food priority. Truck Bay City food delivery. Truck Denver food delivery. That's the one. That one is going to be light green. Unripe mangoes. That's the color of your line. Let's paint you unripe green. Now that's going to be pretty similar to yellow. Let's see if we can tell a difference. Well, that's quite clearly green. And it's visible from pretty far away. And there are the yellow trucks going. What if we made you a not so obvious type of green? That is still pretty obvious. Give me pale. I want pale green. There we go. That's the color of that truck. I can see this is going to end up being really nice if we get pretty nice colors. Now, who else is left? We have a line here that is goes to the Great Lakes, and it is colored this one here, Denver food truck priority. If you're priority, then you should have some kind of a prioritized color. What do we say? Orange. Too orange. Too far. You've gone too far with that color. And remember, color something completely pale, completely the opposite of bright. Okay. This is gonna take a few goes, I can tell. Which orange here is boring? Brown. Brown is a boring orange. There we go. And the line itself, we're gonna make you brown. because that's what you want. Now, I did like the turquoise color. Where were those guys going? These ones are heading north, line 4. That would be a truck, Great Lakes to Denver, St. Louis, food. What if we call it Route 66, Segment 1? That seems like a reasonable name for a route. Well, then in that case, it should be red, which is the first color of the alphabet. Do we have a less bright red? Manage vehicles. How do you guys look in red? Oh yeah, that right there is some bright red. Nope, I'm not going to do bright red. I'm going to do the usual, which is one of these reds here. There you go. So red is segment 1. Segment 2 is this pink line. Truck, Route 66, segment 2, and we're just going to have to memorize that segment 2 refers to St. Louis to Albuquerque and San Bernardino. Yep. Well, there's pretty much only 3 segments. Then it's San Bernardino down to Santa Monica, or actually down to the end, and Santa Monica is a mini 4th segment. So manage line. I guess this one can be the blue color it so wants to be. We'll give it a bit of a brighter chart color here. We have turquoise, light green, brown, red. Very excited. It doesn't help me, it's not helping me. Right now, these colors are not helping me. I'm still pretty confused as to, I see a lot of brown trucks everywhere. That was supposed to be orange. Yes, sir. Alright, not to worry. Here go all these segment 3 trucks. Nope, segment 2. Show me the segment 3 trucks. Do we have those? Simple. You go into your line statistics and you look at line number, the unnamed line, because we didn't name it, line 1. But in the right menu would be helpful. There we go. Now all these vehicles, segment 3, we clearly haven't followed any kind of pattern, so we're just going to go with purple. And your line will be called Truck Route 66, segment 3. And don't forget to change the color there, sir. Here it is. We'll give it a bright purple color, but in reality, we know it's lilac. Lilac. Do we know that? Well, we're going to color it lilac then, because pretty obvious that it's lilac. Now, what is this color here? Okay, well we renamed the wrong thing. Okay. This is segment 4, which is now lilac. It's not going to be lilac, it's going to be... Doesn't matter, it's lilac now. Last line, here we go, last line. We're almost done here. We just have one line to go, and we can sit back and relax as all this truck business brings food everywhere. Truck Route 66, segment 3. Try this again. Segment 3. Segment 3 is this brown color. I won't stand for that. We'll go. We have red, blue, turquoise, and purple. What goes between turquoise and purple? We're gonna do this differently. This one is gonna be turquoise. And then segment 2 is gonna be what comes before turquoise? Blue, green. We have green trucks, we have yellow trucks, we have brown, which means orange. We have red. Why are we going with the blue green mix? We should have one is blue, one is green, and no turquoise. That would simplify everything. There's your blue. There's your green. How happy does that make you? There's your purple. That makes me pretty happy. But yeah, that makes me pretty happy. Now we have to just color the vehicles. Who cares about the vehicles? I do. I want these vehicles the right color. That's the right color. Now, is this guy bringing anything? Is there food everywhere? It's hard to tell without the HUD. Here we go. These guys are here. They're on the blue line. Time to give you another paint job. One more time. Here we go. Blue. That's 2 blue, sir. I tell you, coloring vehicles in this game, coloring vehicles might just be the hardest part of the game. There you go. In this one, you're green. And your color is green enough for me. But we can always try making it more different. Alright, here we go. Remember, don't go with a pale color. Does olive green work? Nope, that's pretty much the brightest color you have. That's pretty much the brightest color in the book. I must have misclicked. I just don't believe it. Nope, that is exactly the color you clicked first time. Well, then, I think that we probably should have stayed with the color we had. Ah, I see food here piling up. That is good news. We are going to send out tons of these vehicles pretty soon, I imagine. How about that, olive green? We don't know what we're doing anymore. We're just sitting here reveling in the different colors available to us and just being amazed at how bright they end up after having painted it. Okay. Okay. Are you good? You're good. You're now, you're back to turquoise color. That's the right color. Nope, that is not the right color. We are gonna get this right. This is our last try here. There we go. So now, we're just gonna wait for this system to sort of ramp up. We have food going in both directions at this stop. Albuquerque has not declared any supply yet. It did not get any food. Maybe one day it'll get food, but it has to go all the way either to St. Louis. Now this guy's pretty happy. This food processing plant now is gonna upgrade pretty soon, I imagine, because it's getting it's getting food from the north, it's getting food from the south, from 3 different farms. I could possibly send another truck here from Aurora Farm here down to Santa Monica, but that would not be the most direct path, but it is Route 66. So I hope you've enjoyed this little project we've worked on here. It is important to have good road connections and not just train connections everywhere. You can see even the local populace is enjoying this road. Their cars are almost too fast. They're trailing behind my cars. You better believe it that the next time that I get a vehicle upgrade, we are upgrading all these vehicles. So there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this. Have a lovely time with whatever it is you're gonna do next.